All right, we're about ready to begin the fourth quarter of play here as the Gaithersburg Trojans are fighting back. They're 10 points down here. They have the ball at midfield. Jermaine Wilson on the option to the short side.
Nice play.
Well played by Friedson. Josh Friedson, a senior. He's only 5'7", but he goes 180. He's a tough customer. Third down now and 5 for the Trojans. Important play for them. They've got 11 minutes to turn it around here. They have a 5-2 record. The Bulldogs 6-1. Both in the playoff hunt. Jermaine Wilson looks to throw to Woodward. Unable to hold onto the ball. A good pass. Pretty good coverage too by Artiga. But Woodward, or was that Frazier?
That's Frazier out there.
Unable to hold on to the ball.
It's Frazier out there. Pass a little high, but that's the ball that should be caught. That's a third down play. That's a pretty big play. That would have sustained the drive and given them a little bit of momentum starting this fourth quarter.
Woodward will punt for Gaithersburg with 4th and 4. Crawford is back now with Neal to receive this kick. Good pressure, but Woodward gets a great kickoff. Neal takes it inside his 10.
Whoa,
great coverage,
great
and the Trojans are playing inspired now as the ball is taken at the 3-yard line by Neal. He's unable to advance it.
That's Chalmers Beard on the coverage, another sophomore, 5'7", 132-pounder. That kick was 39 yards from scrimmage, and I'm talking about a heck of a lot of hang time, Kelly.
That's right. It allowed Beard and the speed of the Gaithersburg team to show. And the Bulldogs have their backs against the wall here. Must play very carefully coming out of their zone.
11-11 showing on the scoreboard clock.
Matt Smith on the carry. And he doesn't get much. The Bulldogs have not been able to do much offensively in this second half. They pushed Gaithersburg all over the field in the first half, but the Trojans have come up tough here, trying to get back in this game.
Second half, they have a total of 17 yards total offense. Trojans have 70 yards in the second half, so this is virtually a flip-flop.
And the Trojans have been able to keep the Bulldogs deep in their own zone. Good yardage there by Tim Ford up the middle, and he's got a first down. Well, let's see here. Not quite. Third down and 3. Got about 7 yards on that carry, though. Swindell comes out of the ball game. Bakshi is back in. 3 receivers split to the near side, including Leonard. Crawford is rolling to his left. Now goes back to the right, but Horn's chasing him. Horn's unable to bring him down. It looks like he has a first down. We'll see here. Maybe not.
Maybe not, huh?
Good pressure by the Trojans. Fourth down as the Trojans hold there, making it difficult for the Bulldogs to move offensively. And the Trojans will likely get the ball in good field position again. They're playing much better this half. And once again, in that possession, Ray Leonard didn't handle the ball.
Certainly didn't. He's been their most productive runner. Let's see if the Gaithersburg Trojans try that reverse handoff on this punt return. They faked it the last time. You generally see that once a game from John Harville's Trojans.
Nearly blocked. Good pressure by Horn as Crawford gets it off from the goal line.
Bounce.
And it takes a Bulldog bounce.
Oh, fumble. Why pick the football up? Chalmers Beard that time could have caught the football up way up in front of midfield. That's about a 17-yard error in judgment.
Ends up being about a 60-yard punt.
46 yards from scrimmage.
So the Trojans, they still have good field position, but you would have expected it to be closer to midfield than where they are now. They're taking it at their own 40 with 9:32 to go in the fourth quarter, and they're still down by 10. They scored in the opening stages of this third quarter on an impressive drive. But they mixed it up on the ground and using the option play with Jermaine Wilson, the quarterback. He looks to throw here in the flat. Tipped, incomplete. A nice play by Swindle, number 44. Got his hands up in the air there. Tipped that ball. Second down now and 10.
Where's that option to the wide side?
All right, Billy Gordon's calling the play here. Let's see if the Gaithersburg Trojans listen up. First half, the Trojans made a number of mistakes. They have not made many this half, and as a result, they're closing in. Long pass, the receiver's open, but it's overthrown. Woodward had a step on Miller, the defender, but Jermaine Wilson wasn't able to get it up high enough so the receiver could run under it.
Jermaine Wilson was under a great deal of pressure, Kelly. He was hit very hard just as he released the ball and is moving towards the sidelines. I don't know if he's going out. No, he's not. He's just looking at the play, trying to get the call.
Third down, an important third down for Gaithersburg. The clock is their enemy here too now in the fourth quarter with 9 minutes left. Frazier, the speedster, is split to this near side. And Wilson is again looking to throw. He's pressured and he's brought down. Great pressure again by the Bulldogs. This time it was Tavares Moore, number 26, a junior.
Big plays by the defense.
The Bulldogs force the Trojans back. The ball is back at the 32-yard line where Jason Woodward will kick.
That's a fifth sack by that Bulldog defensive line. Line drive.
Line drive kick by Jason Woodward, picked up by Neal. He doesn't get far, but he does hold on to the ball at the 36-yard line. So that's where the Bulldogs will take it, their best field position in quite a while.
Certainly is. That's the last two times they received the punt from the Trojans. They were inside their own 10-yard line.
The Trojan defense has done the job this half, but the offense has not been able to produce but one touchdown. Bulldogs, Melvin Crawford now from the wishbone.
You'll see a lot of that wishbone now. No need to do anything fancy. Keep the ball on.
Fumble. The Trojans are pointing as if they have it.
This could be a big, big play.
That will be this, if it is the Bulldogs, the second.
He called him down.
Called him down. The Trojans are upset at that one, as they thought they had jarred that ball loose from the ball carrier.
Ground can't cause a fumble. That's an important rule to remember. If that ball carrier falls down and hits the ground and fumbles as a result of making contact with the ground, that is not a fumble.
4-yard gain on that play, second and a long 6. Leonard tries the right side. Doesn't get much. The Trojans are playing a lot tougher on the line. And the clock is moving, though. 7:30 left unofficially in the fourth quarter. Trojans got to get the ball back if they hope to get back in this. On the other hand, the Bulldogs are hoping to get another first down here to keep that clock moving. Swindle comes to this near side split. We got two wings, one setback, and a receiver split to the far side. Handoff is to Leonard, trying to get to the outside. He does, cuts inside, almost to a first down.
I think he's got it, Kelly. I think he got it.
Horn made the tackle.
We have holding here on the offense.
Won't count, however.
Bulldogs have really been victimized by penalties this half. And a nice effort by Ray Leonard is nullified. He made a nice cutback there on Lonnie Bryant, who came up pretty well to try and contain him.
Okay, holding, 10 yards, offense.
But that sets the Bulldogs back. deep into their own deeper into their own territory, around the 34-yard line.
3rd and 13, Kelly. That was a pretty big play that time. That still leaves the Gaithersburg Trojans with an outside chance of stopping this drive and perhaps getting an opportunity to score and win this football game.
But the Bulldogs keep it on the ground, handing off to Ford up the middle. There's a flag thrown. That could be a face mask or a personal foul on Gaithersburg, which would be a foolish penalty at this point.
3rd and 13.
We have a face mask.
Oh, great.
Face mask.
Very foolish penalty.
3rd and 13.
Gives them Bulldogs a first down and another go at it. They would have gotten the ball back.
They certainly would have. Would have forced a punt. Change of possession.
Big play.
Big play. And the ball's going to be moved into the other side of midfield with a first down.
First down.
45-yard line of the Trojans now.
We'll watch the wishbone from here on in.
And the combination of Leonard and Ford.
A lot of Tim Ford coming at you.
Option play, pitch to Ford. Gets a good 6 yards on that play.
Heads up.
Nicely executed.
Yeah, heads up play that time by Tim Ford that time. Ran to the sidelines, but had the presence of mind not to run out of bounds and stop the clock, but to turn upfield and make sure that stop was made in the playing area.
You notice something with good teams, Billy. I noticed just how many players from the Bulldogs were downfield blocking on that play.
Exactly.
The whole right side of the line, away from the play, didn't just stand there and watch the play. They were into that Trojan secondary, knocking down people.
Making those blocks, sustaining those blocks.
6:08 now. As the Bulldogs have second down, they're grinding it out, trying to keep that clock moving. They've got the lead by 10 points. Ford again. And he goes over the right side, gets close to a first down.
Again, fine collective effort by this Bulldog football team. And again, a lot of credit needs to go to Fred Shepard and Vince Bateman and Mitch Babachon and Jeff Hoyt, Bob Plant, and Jim Tapley. Their coaching staff at Churchill has done a fine job.
And I noticed they also have a lot of depth, Billy. They've been substituting frequently too. It's not the same 11 guys out there on the field all the time.
You got a football roster with 60 guys on it. It's just so important to use those players.
3rd down and 3 now. That looks like a first down. That was Ray Leonard. Or was that Ford? I think it was Ford. They're going to have a measurement, it looks like. Leonard is not in the ball game at the moment. I noticed him limping after his last carry. That was Ford carrying the ball in the previous play. Just shy of a first down. So just, it's not a very difficult decision here for Fred Shepard. 4th down and short at the opponent's 35-yard line or 36-yard line. They will definitely try to punch it over. That clock is still moving. 4:56. Trojans have, I believe, all of their timeouts from the wishbone. Trying to draw him off, and it's a quarterback sneak and a first down.
All right.
That is a big first down for the Churchill Bulldogs.
That's their 40th running play of the game, and just like we mentioned at the top of the show, Kelly, Fred Shepard's not going to throw the football a lot. He's going to rely on that outstanding fundamental blocking up front by that line and those running backs to deliver the word. Ray Leonard Jr. and Tim Ford.
4-minute warning. 4-minute warning. So the Trojans have their work cut out for them now.
Time is running out on the Trojans.
They have fought a valiant second half here, but still coming up short. Ford up the middle again. Following the blocking of Eversold, Karras, Mercado. and a young man by the name of Scott Mitchnick, who's been in there too.
'41st rushing play for the Bulldog offense.
They keep the ball away from the Trojans. When you can do that, you can keep that lead.
Oh,
and boy, a big hole. And Tim Ford just grinds it on down to about the 11-yard line.
You better not relax on that guy, buddy. He's a guy you have to knock down. You better wrap him up.
And great blocking by that offensive line.
Okay, let's take a look at that offensive line blocking. Just clearing a hole.
Big hole.
Breaks a tackle. That's his 20th carry of the night for 76 yards.
So with just a little less than 3 minutes to go, the Bulldogs are sealing the fate of the Trojans here. Same play right up the middle. And they get close to the goal line. Looks to be about the 3-yard line. Got to hand it to the Churchill Bulldogs. They're using old-fashioned football and just grinding it out. We got a pickup star for this ball game. And the whole the whole Bulldog team has played excellently. Excellent. Certainly Kang on defense, Leonard and Ford on offense have done very well. And Melvin Crawford has quarterbacked a good game. So it's not an easy decision tonight. It's a team effort for the Bulldogs. There's not, big shining stars on this Bulldog team. They work well together as a team. Trojans have not been able to overcome the mistakes they made early in the ball game, and the Bulldog defense has kept them from really being able to open it up and use their speed. Billy Gordon will be interviewing the winning coach and the star of the game. We certainly feel that a young lineman by the name of Chi Kang defensively really made a difference in the first half by recovering 2 fumbles and forcing an interception. And he would certainly be a defensive star of this ball game for the Bulldogs. As a touchdown for the Bulldogs, as number 30, Kevin Krupke, dives over the left side of the line. A substitute backup running back comes in and gets a touchdown. And the Bulldogs pretty well seal it here as they go up 23-7 over the Trojans. Joe Gillen will try the extra point now. It's up, and it's good as Joe Gillen makes that extra point. And the Bulldogs move closer to a 7-1 record, and they are closer to spoiling the homecoming of the Gaithersburg Trojans.
Let's take a look at this replay here.
They had the ball right close to the goal line, 3-yard line. Had Ford in the backfield along with the backup back, Kevin Krupke, as Ray Leonard is out with a leg injury. They don't want to aggravate Leonard's injury. Doesn't look to be terribly serious. He is being looked at on the sideline, however, with 2:28 to go. The Trojans, however, will get another shot at it. We've seen crazier things happen. But they're down by 17 points here, 24-7. As Gillen kicks off. Squibbed. Oh, a big hit there by the Bulldogs. And that's the man who scored the last touchdown, Kevin Krupke. Kevin Krupke put the hit on Charles Chalmers' beard. And the ball is set at the 30-yard line where the Trojans will get it, 1st and 10.
Just like to mention, Kelly, we're going to have an opportunity to interview Chi Kang as our player of the game, but hopefully we'll get a chance to also talk to Ray Leonard Jr. and Tim Ford, who did an outstanding job at running the football for these Trojans,
Absolutely.
for these Bulldogs.
You can see there Mr. Krufke delighted at the fact that he was able to score a touchdown in this ball game and get that good hit on that kickoff. And the Bulldogs are fired up. Trojans come back now trying to throw the ball. Jason Woodward on that reception, but he's covered well by the Bulldog defense, Neal and Artiga, as Wilson throws that ball. They're going to have to throw deeper patterns, however, if they want to get something going. Clock is still going. Minute 25 now. They're not running out quick to get that ball fired up. Looks pretty well over. Wilson on a draw play. And that was Lonnie Bryant on the carry, gets a good gain there. First down for the Trojans, but there's only 1:06 left. You see Ray Leonard on the sideline. Looks like an ankle. Might have turned the ankle a bit, but Leonard did a nice job in this ball game, especially in the first quarter, as he carried a lot of the load. Tim Ford has carried it much of the rest of the way, but they're a good tandem. Clock is stopped now. Trojans came out and played a good second half. Good defensively. They kept the Bulldogs deep in their own zone a couple of times, but they were unable to generate more than one touchdown. Unable to really match that Bulldog line, as the Bulldog line really opened up the holes on offense and made it difficult for the Trojans to run the ball. The only play offensively that worked for the Trojans was the option with the quarterback, essentially. Although Lonnie Bryant did a nice job with that last draw play. Wilson again looking to throw. He's under pressure though, gonna run the ball. But he's hit hard on the far side of the field, and he's still down. Good tackles there by Chung. In on that stop. No gain on the play. 40 seconds to go. Clock is still moving. So unfortunately for the Trojans, their homecoming bid is stalled here by the Bulldogs, who came into this game with a 6-1 record. 5 straight wins, 3 of them by shutouts. Trojans just not quite up to it tonight. Wilson throws a long pass. He's got Woodward, but good coverage, and it's incomplete. Excellent coverage there by the Bulldogs. He was open for a bit, but the safety there closed well. That was Neal, doing a good job of getting over and covering Woodward. Unofficially 12 seconds left. We got to hand it to Chi Kang, our defensive player of the ball game, who did a great job. And he is the star of the ball game. Will be interviewed by Billy Gordon, and Billy will also talk to Coach Fred Shepard. And the Bulldogs are ending this ball game with a sack. I believe it's their 6th, as they sacked Jermaine Wilson, quarterback of the Trojans. And that's the ball game, as the Churchill Bulldogs move to 7-1. And that's the 3rd loss for the Trojans of Gaithersburg, who just have had trouble with mistakes all season long. We told you 27 fumbles coming into this ball game, and they fumbled a couple of times in the first half, which cost them dearly. And the Bulldogs took advantage of it, and most good teams will take advantage of it. We got to hand it to the offensive players of the Bulldogs, especially the line that did a great job opening holes for Tim Ford and Ray Leonard. Ford had 21 carries, 85 yards. Leonard had 12 carries, 77 yards between them. And that tandem really made the difference as the Trojans line was unable to stop them, especially in the first half. Trojans did a good job coming out in the second half, but it wasn't enough as the Churchill Bulldogs were able to move 17 points ahead of the Trojans at the end of the first half, and they end with that same margin, 24-7. And we will be back to wrap up this game with Billy Gordon and some interviews with our star and our winning coach in just a moment.